to make a YouTube video in the car. What? Oh, I thought the first child said something. Really? I'm gonna make a YouTube video on my pregnancy or whatever. Get some bullshit. Anyways, all right. So, first of all, I just want y'all to know that a real nigga 18 now. And I got pregnant when I was 16. I'm 18 now. He finna be 2. Alright, so boom. Alright, so boom. So I had this homegirl or whatever. And we're gonna call her Naja. We're gonna call her Naja. Okay, it was 3 of us. So it was Naja and it was Kayla. Naja mama was never there. She was never at home. This was somewhere of 2018. I had my baby 2019 in February. Her mama was never there. And my mama knew her. My mama knew her like that was my best friend or some shit. So I was over there almost every weekend, every day. Me and Kayla was over there over Naja's house every weekend or some shit. My baby daddy, first of all, we went to school together. I ain't gonna say what school, but if you know, then you know. He was a senior. Yeah, he was a senior or graduated. I don't know. He was one of them. Oh, he was a senior and I was going to the 10th grade because I had my baby when I was in 10th grade. Yeah, he was a senior graduating. He was finna graduate, so I was going to the 10th grade. I was in the 10th grade finna go to the 11th grade. I was 16 at the time I got pregnant. He was 18 already. Alright, so boom, he DM'd me and was like, this was my best friend's birthday. This was Naja's birthday. We was out to eat. He texted me and was like, you cute. And I showed my best friends. I was like, y'all, look at this nigga. Like, I think like I just read it. I had just read it. Before that, before he even DM'd me that day, he had been DM'd me like a couple weeks ago, but I just never text back. Alright, anyway, somebody here came next to me. So anyways, I think that's where I had it. He just automatically was like, can I come see you? And I was like, he texted me like at 3, someone was like, so can I come see you? And I was like, no, you can't come see me, but you can come see me tomorrow. From that day, I was with him every day. We had just got real fucking close. Bro, and bro, listen y'all. He be trying to make it seem like he just don't fuck with me. Like he just didn't fuck with me. Like I was just some random ass bitch or something. Don't play me like that. Anyway, so a couple days after that, we finally had sex. We had sex. Then, yeah. So let me keep going. So let me tell y'all. I'm finna just go ahead and get out of the rundown. I ain't even gonna finish telling y'all the story because it ain't nothing to it. I cut my baby daddy off, right? Before he was even my baby daddy, like a week or 2 before that, I just stopped talking to him. He texted me out the blue one day. He was like, I miss you. Like, I want to see you in my house. I don't think he came to my house. No, he came to my house. So I'm just tell y'all, we had sex and he did the do, got me pregnant. And I told him, I was like, you need to get a plan B. And he was like, I don't think you're going to get pregnant. He left. I cried my eyes out. I just knew I was going to get pregnant for some reason. Bro, like he did it on purpose. I'm finna tell y'all what's tea. Let me tell y'all. So, okay, I know my body, right? I'm not gonna get pregnant. Like I was not thinking like I was gonna get pregnant. Week or 2 later, I missed my period. That's what it was. I missed my period and I was craving hot fries and Sprite 24/7. Like that's all I wanted to eat. Nothing else but hot fries and Sprite. My bestie, which is my bestie now. She not really my bestie no more, but you know how that go. Okay, boom. So my bestie, she was like, she texted me. I was telling her what's going on. She said, take a pregnancy test. I was like, a pregnancy test? Wait, like what? A pregnancy test? Because my mama had just started letting me drive. I went to the store, like I had to get something, and I got like some pregnancy tests. It was like at night. I went to Family Dollars and I got like the little dollar pregnancy test. All right, so I did that. So the next day I took a pregnancy test, and as soon as I fucking put them droplets on there, them 2 lines popped up. Like I looked at it, I was like, this some bullshit.
Who the fuck has time for that bullshit?
That's how the fuck I looked at it. It said bestie. So I got 2 lines. And I said, I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. Maybe it'll go away. I went back to the store, got some more pregnancy tests. I ain't touched the other one yet. I sit down in my bed. I think I took like a 30-minute nap. I woke up. That shit, them damn lines on all fucking 3 of them tests was dark as hell. 2 lines on each one. 2, 4, 6. All 6 lines was dark as hell. I was like, this some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
If 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay. What the fuck is this?
After that, I texted him. Let me tell y'all, this is where he said it. I told him the day before. I told him, like, I think I'm pregnant. Like, I missed my cycle. He was like, bro, take a pregnancy test, bro. And then I showed him I was pregnant. Sent him the pregnancy test. And he was like, bro, nah, bro. Like, bro, no. Like, I don't want no kid right now. I'm not ready for no kid. He was like, I should get an abortion. He was gonna pay for it. He was like, I need to block him on everything or he gonna block me. Like, the fuck? So I blocked him. I was like, you know what? Like, that's some bullshit. Like, all right, I blocked him. Weeks gone, 2 weeks, 3 weeks gone by. I was like this close to telling my mama that I was pregnant. I was crying to her and everything. She was like, what, baby? She was like, that's how friends are. I ain't saying nothing to her. So like the next day, I was telling my bestie, I was like, look, I want to tell my mama I'm pregnant. Like, I'm ready. Like, bitch, I gotta go to the doctor. And so after that, I was like, I'm gonna write my mama a letter. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do nothing. So she telling me, she like, yes you are. Like, you're gonna tell her. It's time for you to tell her some shit. Oh, that's me. Anyway, she was like, yes you are. You finna tell her that you pregnant and stuff like that. So I told her, I actually wrote a letter. And my best friend was finna leave. Like, her dad was on her way. So I wrote a letter and I sent it from my bestie phone. And the letter, I sent it to her from my best friend phone. So I took a picture, sent it from my bestie phone. And I was like, when you read it, don't reply. Because she finna go reply to me. So she called me like, my mama, hello? What you talking about in that letter? Because I can't really understand it. I was like, my mama, talk to you when you get home. So I'm sitting in my bed. Y'all, the response I got from my mama, I was so shocked. Because if you know me, if you know my mama, you know my mama is so crazy. Like, so I thought she was finna be like, you pregnant? I'm finna beat you. You know? No, it was none of that. It was just like, she was just like, Tinka, are you pregnant? She was like, you lying. But then she was like, you not keeping it. And I looked at her and I just started crying. And I was like, I know. She called my sister in the room. She said, Tinka pregnant. My sister looked at me and bust out laughing. I had to make myself cry. But when my sister came in the room and bust out laughing, I literally had to put the cover over me like this. And I bust out laughing myself. But I'm still crying. But I was laughing with her. But she didn't know, could nobody see me. Then, so she left out the room. She called my oldest sister. My mom was looking up. My mom was telling me that I need to get an abortion. My sister was telling, my older sister was telling me that I need to get an abortion because she got pregnant. She was 16 and stuff. And I was just like, no, like, I'm not getting no abortion. Y'all can stop that or whatever. Basically, that night, my mama was looking, she was like trying to find ways, like, an easier way to make me, like, to have an abortion, but a home abortion, shit like that. It was like apple cider. It was like all this shit. No disrespect to my mama. Look, no disrespect to my mama, because any mama would think like, no, my baby is 16, like she not finna have a baby, like she just turned 16. My big sister already had a baby when she was 16. No, that's not finna happen. She, in her mind, she was like, that's not finna happen. So boom, apple cider. She told me like to drink this apple cider, like it'll be quick. She didn't yell at me. She was really, I feel like I hurt her. So I just drank it just because she told me to drink it. At first, she gave me the phone. It was my big sister. My big sister was just talking like, you know, like I had a baby at 16. Like, this shit is hard. Basically, I'm doing it on my own. Like, it's hard. It's not what you think. Like, you got a life ahead of you. College, you know, graduation, school, etc. So somehow my brother found out. My brother texted me and was just like, man, like, I still didn't tell mama, but my brother texted me. To this day, my mama don't know. My brother texted me. He was just real disappointed. I always been a baby. I'm still the baby, but like, no. So he was just like real disappointed or whatever. Okay, after that, she texted me. She called me in her room. But y'all went in the house. She called me in her room and was like, I'm gonna let you keep the baby. She was like, I'm gonna let you keep the baby. But before all this happened, before, that wasn't even the same day, it was the next day, because that night I went to sleep, like nothing happened. I didn't have no miscarriage, nothing, no bleeding, nothing, none of that from the apple cider. So the next day, she asked me questions like, who is he? Like, do he know? Do his mama know? Where his mama at? Where his daddy at? ETC, mind you. I don't know nobody parents. But my mama detective. Now y'all see where I get it from. Mr. Tyrus in this. Period. My mama a detective. I tell her his name because I know his whole full name. So I'm like, My good thing this nigga a junior, because my mama got on Facebook, typed that name in, and found this nigga daddy. She texted daddy. She like, yeah, she's pregnant with and his daddy don't know what's going on. Like, the parents don't know shit. First of all, this nigga grown. He don't have to tell his parents nothing. Like, he grown or whatever. So it finally, his daddy, you know how daddies be, they want you to get a DNA test anyways. So he just kept saying, my baby daddy kept saying, I done said this nigga name. My baby daddy kept saying, like, he don't know who I am. I'm lying. That's not his baby. Like, bro, you gonna sit here and lie to your parents for now 6 months straight, bro? Like, we not finna get a DNA test, my nigga? Are you serious, bro? Okay, so boom. Let me tell y'all what's tea. I'm finna tell y'all what's tea now. Y'all listening? Okay. Boom, let me just fast forward. So boom, my mama finally get in touch with his mama. Tell his mama, when I tell y'all his mama was there for me through from fucking point A to fucking point when I had him, literally, and still is. Like, she still is. I give her that. The DNA test, nothing. She believed me, all that shit. Still, no, I don't. Damn, if I say this nigga name one more time. She was there, but baby daddy was still like, no, I don't know her. You know, all this rah-rah bullshit. So, long story short, let me tell y'all where I get emotional with. So, like 2 months before it was time for me to have him, I was just getting real depressed. Like, I feel like I was so alone. I cried every night. Like, I'm telling y'all, it wasn't even every night. It was every day, during the day, mornings, night, middle of the night, 2 o'clock, p.m., a.m., like, all day, bro. I would just cry every single day. It got so bad where I used to text my mama long paragraphs, text my sister long paragraphs, my brother long paragraphs, like, I want to die, I don't want to be here. Because first of all, I feel like I was a disappointment. That's just number one. I feel like I was a disappointment. My daddy wasn't in my life. Number two, my stepdaddy was. Like, that's my dad. My real daddy, I fuck with him too, but you know, he ain't in my life like my stepdaddy is. So I feel like I was a disappointment. I feel like I was alone. I feel like I ain't had nobody to talk to. Baby daddy didn't give a shit about me. Like, I'm just sitting here, dumbass pregnant motherfucker. It got real bad. Well, one day I'm in the car and I just know me and my mom and my sister just got into an argument out of nowhere. We just got into an argument out of nowhere. Start getting in the house. My mama and my sister live. I don't know where they went. All I know is I went in the room, closed my door, sat behind my door, cried my eyes out. Like, that was the last cry I was gonna have before I died. When I tell y'all this, it had got so bad to where I called the police on myself and told them they need to come to get me, do something, because I'm finna kill myself. At this point, I'm telling y'all, it wasn't nobody I could talk to. Like, it wasn't nobody I could talk to because everybody was blaming it on my emotions, hormones. Y'all, postpartum depression is real. I was pregnant going through postpartum depression. Just imagine how I was after. Just imagine how I was after I had my baby. So I called the police. They like, somebody gonna meet you in the front, because I didn't want to get in my door number because I didn't know when my mom was coming back home. So they met me in the front of my apartments and I talked to them. But since I'm a minor, they had to call my mama and ask my mama if it was okay to take me. My mama said no, but they took me anyways. Like, it don't matter if your parents say no. If it's dealing with suicide, bro, they gonna take you, period. They gonna take you. So they took my vitals and everything. They took me on to the hospital. My mama was so pissed off at me. And I understand that now. But I just remember telling my sister, like, I wanted to die. I sent her a paragraph. I never used to send my mama paragraphs like this until I got pregnant. I just remember sending my sister that paragraph, like, yeah, I want to kill myself. So she sent it to my mama, and my mama texted me, like, my mama had texted me, and she was like, stop texting your sister with all them damn paragraphs and shit. Don't nobody want to hear that. I was just like, yeah, that's it. I was like, that's it. That's it. No disrespect to my mama though, because you know, you probably didn't want to hear that. You didn't want to hear like your daughter want to die. You don't want to hear that. Like, there's nothing you want to hear. So I understand it. So I just left it alone. I was like, but now I understand. But then I didn't. So I was like, all right, that's it. I blocked that fucking numbers, bro. I'm cussing so much. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I blocked their numbers. So I blocked their numbers, and they told mama what was gonna happen. Mama was like, no, y'all can't take her. They took me anyways. Go to the doctor. Mind you, it's like at this point, it's like I'm in a deep ass dark fucking place, bro. Like my baby daddy wasn't there. It was like my baby daddy wasn't there. So I just felt like I was by myself. So really didn't have friends. My friend done already crossed me. Me and Bestie, she's still here, but it's like that's not how it's supposed to be. My baby daddy supposed to be right here next to me. I done already went through this with my own dad, bro. Like, I don't want to go through this. They told my mama that they was finna take me across the street, which is to the crazy house, where they gonna watch you for 24 to 48 hours or to 72 hours, however long you need to be watched. So they told me like I couldn't have no sheet, none of that. So when they said they wanted to take me across the street, I was like, no, call my mama, come get me. My mama did not come get me. She was like, no, if you want to take your ass there, you want to be dramatic, keep your ass there. Or my sister called me, was talking to me about the oldest. She was calling me, talking to me, you know, trying to calm me down and shit. I wasn't trying to hear that. My big sister came, the other one that stayed with me, the middle sister. She came. She was sitting next to me for a minute. Didn't want to talk to her either, because that was the one that I was texting. Didn't want to talk to her either, because I feel like she didn't give a fuck about me because she wasn't texting me back. None of that. Didn't want to talk to her. And then my brother came, made me laugh a little bit. Like, my brother had signed the papers for me to leave. Like, they let him sign the papers, but they had to get permission from my mama to let him sign the papers. So boom, he signed the papers or whatever. All right, long story short, let me speed it up some. I get home, we eat Waffle House, bro. My mama get in the car, she come get me or whatever. We done went to fucking Waffle House. Mama slept with me that night. It was just like, after that day, it felt like everything was good because I was hurt. Like, you know, I don't know. If you pregnant, you don't went through what I done went through, or if you was pregnant and you went through what I went through, y'all know. I stayed prayed up. My baby daddy did me so wrong, but it's okay because let me tell y'all, God handled that. I stayed so prayed up, y'all, so prayed up. Like, I was praying back to back, like, but at one point in time, it felt like it wasn't working, but I was just like, nope, I'm gonna keep praying, I'm gonna keep going. So I kept praying, I stayed in school, kept praying. Eventually, I had to leave school because it was gonna be time for me to have a baby. So, I left school or whatever. Okay, I was fine after that. Feel like me and my mama had got so close. Feel like we got close as hell for some reason. I don't know what it was. Feel like we got close. Bestie's still there. So, okay, fast forward to a couple days before I had him. So, this is what it was. Let me tell you about the little part where I had him and then the fucked up part about my baby daddy. Still didn't talk to him. This is 9 months. No, first of all, this is not 9 months. This is 8 months. This is 7, finna be 8 months, like in a week. So, this how it was. Still didn't talk to him, but his mama was there and his daddy. Daddy wasn't really there because he felt like I'm going to the DNA test. So, let me tell y'all what's tea. So, I had this headache for some reason from stress, but I didn't know it was stress. I had this headache from like a week to the day I went to the hospital. So that was like a good 2 weeks or a good week and 4 days, something like that. Because I went to the hospital February 15th, a day after Valentine's Day, for my headache. But we was at Walmart. Me and my mom was at Walmart walking around. I had a wig on. My nails was done, but I needed a fill. I wasn't shaved. None of that. Didn't know I was finna have a baby. Didn't know I was finna get an emergency section. Didn't know I had pre-eclampsia. However you say the pre-word. Didn't know I had none of that. So I'm like, Mom, we need to go to the doctor. So she was like, all right, I'm gonna come get you. She left work. We went to Walmart to go get some stuff, and then we went to the hospital. And they told me, like, baby, your blood pressure will not go down. So yeah, we're gonna have to schedule an emergency C-section the next morning. Mind you, I had my baby February 16th. I was supposed to have him March 28th or March 24th, one of them. So I had him really early. I had him at 34 weeks. He was only 3 pounds and 16 ounces. He had stayed in the NICU for 3 weeks. y'all, let me tell y'all how I had him. So my mama called his mama and was like, yeah, she finna have a baby. She gonna be having a baby early. Called everybody. Everybody wanted to come out, but they couldn't be. Like, I couldn't have nobody really around me raising my blood pressure because I was at high risk at this point. I was at high risk or whatever. So I'm just trying not to cry. I was at high risk at this point. So all I remember is them telling me, they was like, yeah, you gonna have your baby early. They was like, you gonna have your baby early. You're not going home pregnant. I cried, like, y'all. As soon as I said that, I busted in tears. I was like, oh my God, like, wow, like, I'm really finna have this baby. But it wasn't like a happy cry. It was like, what the hell? Like, I do not want to have my baby early. Like, what? Early? So they was telling me, like, my blood pressure won't go down. Like, it won't stay down. I would be at high risk or whatever. Okay, so after that, had him the next day, emergency C-section, went on to the NICU. Y'all, I didn't even get to see my baby. They rode my baby past me when he came out. They rode him past me, stopped for like a good 2 seconds and rode on. I ain't see him until the next day. I didn't get to hold him, none of that, till the next day because I was on so much medication to keep my blood pressure down. I was on so much medication, like, it don't make no sense. So they was telling me, like, yeah, your baby was born with CMV. So it caused him to have low birth weight. He was only 3 pounds and 16 ounces at 34 weeks, which is not good at all. So I had to breastfeed the whole 3 weeks he was in there. So I breastfed while he was in there. Luckily, he was strong. He came off of the oxygen tank, I think, like in a day. So he was breathing on his own good. He was eating on his own good. He gained really fast. He came home at 5 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, 5 pounds. He came home at 5 pounds. He came home at 5 pounds or whatever. Okay, back to the story. He came home at 5 pounds, but before that, my baby daddy. Oh, let me tell y'all how I didn't even get to see my baby the first day, bro. That was like, we gonna do a DNA test. Mind you, I am on medication, so I'm saying yes to whatever, okay to whatever, because I'm tired and I want to go to sleep. Bro, they done swab my baby mouth, bro. They done swabbed my baby mouth the first day he came out. I didn't even get to see my own child. They done swabbed his mouth. So I left him. I was like, okay, I'm crying to my mom. I'm like, she was like, it's okay. Like, we just gonna go ahead and get it over with. So I'm like, bro, really? We doing this for no reason? Like, this is for no reason. What do you mean? So, okay, so, anyways, yeah, so they swabbed his mouth or whatever. Back to the story. He had to be in there for the NICU. He had to be in the NICU for 3 weeks. His daddy only came and saw him one time. He was in the NICU. Didn't check up on me. The day I was in the hospital, he actually came to see me. Knowing my blood pressure not supposed to be spiking up. My heart rate not supposed to be spiking up. I'm still pregnant at high risk. He coming there. He was like, yeah, your bestie was trying to talk to me. My bestie was trying to talk to you. My bestie was trying to talk to you. What you mean my bestie was trying to talk to you? Like, nigga, get your ass out. Get out. Get out. So he left. Then I have him. I'm just like, I'm not gonna think about it. Not gonna think about it. Not gonna think about it. I know my bestie ain't trying to talk to you, but it's like he wanted me to, like, you know, have a fucking effect, a birth effect or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so the results finally come back or whatever. Mind you, he still had me blocked up until the day I told him. Till the day he still had me blocked after that. Matter of fact, from the day I told him to, I guess, a month after I done had my baby. No, I lied. Yeah, actually, yes. A month after I had my baby, because my baby was in the NICU for 3 weeks. Then the next week when he came home, that's when he finally came to see him, which was a full month, because that's 4 weeks. So, yes, until a month after I had my baby. So, he finally, like, came inside him. He came inside him a couple of times. But y'all know what he was trying to do to me. No. He finally came inside him. He stayed there for about 10 minutes and left. Came probably about 3 or 2 times. But for me to even tell y'all what happened next, that would be a whole nother story time, because this is like probably almost an hour. That would be a whole nother story time, and I really don't want to get into that. But shout out to his mama, shout out to his grannies, shout out to his papa, shout out to my side of the family, my whole family. No shout out to no friends, because ain't neither one of my friends did nothing for my baby. No besties, no nothing. Dang, I really ain't got no friends. Wow. Okay, anyways, that's it. But that was my little story time. I ain't cry, which is good. But now he healthy. He about to be 2. He's smart. Cause shout out to boyfriend though. Shout out to ex-boyfriend. Shout out to him. Cause yeah, he stepped up, played the part. Shout out to him. Even though we argue 24/7. Shout out to him, period. But yeah, y'all. That was my little story time. My little pregnancy story time. You like it, I love it. Subscribe to me. Comment, like, comment some stuff that y'all want to see. Because I'm going to do whatever the fuck y'all want. If y'all want to see my baby, let me know. I'm going to insert pictures and stuff, though, of course, of him being born. I'm going to insert pictures of the messages of me and baby daddy. I'm going to do all this. So, just let me know. Like, follow me on Instagram at Promise, PROMIC, 3 E's, _ in my Snapchat, envy.teeenvy. .te. I think that's it. I'm gonna insert it. I don't know. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna come back with some more videos. But bye, Promise Land.